Ladies and gentlemen, it's Jace and welcome back to the channel. In this video, I have something different from my other videos and it is quite of a challenge. In this video, I'm going to give you a lot of productivity tips in as little time as I can. And these tips will help you beat procrastination. Since we have a little time, let's start. So tip number 1 to stop procrastinating and to be more productive is to set a place for everything. That means you set a place for studying, you set a place for sleeping, you set a place for eating, just to set a time for everything. And it helps by creating some sort of a habit. For example, majority of my videos is recorded here because if I sit here, my brain automatically tells me that it's time to record a video. It helps me stay productive. It helps me beat procrastination because I admit it, I don't really like recording a video today. But because I'm already in here, it's time to record a video. Step number 2 is to just start. Just start and don't think. We all had that internal chatter in our brains telling us that, oh, we don't like to do this. It's time to browse social media. It's time to check YouTube. But the thing is, those are just internal chatters. You just need to shut those internal chatters and start doing things. The hardest thing to do is to start. And after that, you're going to build momentum until you're going to finish things. So force yourself to start, close that internal chatter. This is like a YouTube short is so fast. But anyway, tip number 3 is the 2-minute rule. The 2-minute rule simply states that if you can finish things for 2 minutes, then do that. And simple math tells that if you follow the 2-minute rule and you did that for an hour, that's 60 minutes, you're going to finish 30 things in just an hour. And this helps us build our confidence because we are slowly finishing our to-do list. The 2-minute rule also helps you just start things, which I said in the last tip. You can force yourself to work or to be more productive so much easier. Tip number 4 is related to the last step, which is to take small steps. This is because it's hard to force yourself to work. It's easier to procrastinate if the things you're doing is big. For example, if I want to make a blog post, I'm going to just write a few sentences. If I want to make a YouTube video, I'm just going to turn on the camera. And if I want to, let's say, jog, then I'm just going to wear my shoes. And making things easier helps us to start and beat procrastination. Step number 5 is to set deadlines because let's admit it, the weakness of procrastination is deadlines. That's why if you have a project for 3 months, most of us are just gonna do it 2 days before the submission or a night before the submission. That's because the main enemy of procrastination are deadlines. So what you have to do is to have a deadline every single day, small deadlines, but slowly you will reach them. For example, I really want to make 100 videos on YouTube as much as possible. But if I just look at that, it's quite far. But what I'm doing is I'm slowly making videos because I have daily goals. And because I'm setting deadlines every day, I achieve things every day, however small that is. And if you want to learn how to set these deadlines, then I recommend you to check my video about journaling, which I'll link in the description box. Tip number 6 is having a highlight. This is the same with my last tip on setting deadlines. A highlight is your deadline for the day because I said deadline is the number 1 enemy of procrastination. And if you want to beat procrastination, you need to set deadlines for yourself and take those deadlines seriously. Take small steps every day, have small highlights every single day, and I will assure you, you will beat procrastination because right now I'm also procrastinating and making this video and I just force myself because I need to finish my highlights. Tip number 7 is depriving yourself. And what I mean by depriving yourself is that you don't do anything until you finish what you need to do. For example, right now, I prevented myself from checking YouTube because I really like checking YouTube. But because I prevented myself and I told myself, I won't check YouTube, I won't do anything unless I finish recording this video, then I need to finish this first. And it forces me to do things even if I am procrastinating. And my last step is to treat yourself. In the last step, I told you that we should deprive yourself. And that works. But sometimes we also need to treat ourselves. For example, if you really did a good job, then treat yourself from something. And the good thing about this is It gives positive reinforcement, so in the future, it will be easier for you to force yourself into productivity, to force yourself to do something even if you feel like procrastinating. And those are my tips to beat procrastination. Chase out.